Raise Grant?
I believe so. Hang on, hang on. There you go. All right. Slid out. Alrighty folks, it is Monday, September 2nd, and it is that time of year. We are getting fired up on corn silage. We're starting off down here at the North Farm this year. Gonna start off filling this 20 by 60. It's partially still full, about a third of the silo's still got some silage in it. But got the blower hooked up here, got everything plumbed up, loader, unloader raised, and so just got done bringing the chopper down here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 756 here, and we're gonna head off and we're gonna get things cooking here. It's going to be kind of a push this week to try to get most of this stuff wrapped up. Going to start off down here at the North Farm, head out of here, go to the West Farm, and we're still kind of debating whether we're going to put another bag up at the dairy this year or not. Kind of just have to do some calculating what we need as far as feed for feeder cattle this year. So we're going to figure that all out. But in the meantime, I'm going to get to work. Okay. Don't know what that was. Well, that's good. Day one. I already have this shit going on. Oh, goody. Guess I'm making a phone call. Man alive. Great. I got a problem. Spindle snapped off. Rear tandem front. Yep. Thankfully I'm just off the road, but just. Well, silage season 2024 is off to a great start. That's load number 2. And front spindle for the rear tandem on the right hand side just sheared off. So guess I'm going to get a truck, and I guess most of my day is already shot. It's about 11 a.m. Time we're done with this, it'll be 5. Guaranteed. Because I'm going to have to figure out how to get that thing up here, get it unloaded. Then I'm going to have to torch out the spindle that's in there. First I've got to find if I can get a spindle. And then I got to torch all that out, weld that all in. And my welder is down there. And I'm at the North Farm. Guess it's getting stick welded.
I guess we're going to have to try jacking here for a while.
Is that even strong enough?
I don't know. I don't have a jack low enough to go under here. That would be ideal, but I don't. It'd probably blow a floor jack to pieces, I suppose, wouldn't it? You think?
What?
You think I'll blow a floor jack apart?
Yeah, floor jack's rated for 3 tons.
That ain't.
That's the bearing out of the back half of the wheel. Yeah, we did our best here. We got her chained up. I guess we're going to try to limp her up to the barn here and get her unloaded. To make matters worse, today is a holiday. It's Labor Day. Because we got to have a day to celebrate everybody who works so hard. But we can't work, so the guys who actually fucking work so damn hard can get parts. So anywho, we're going to see if we can break shit. That'll work. You want the tractor off of it or no? No? Okay.
Try letting it down and see what it wants.
Okay, how close are you to your jack stand, to the top or the bottom of the
Half inch.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You on?
Yep. There's a castle nut right here on the end of this shaft that has to come off first, then the pin goes out, and then that wishbone drops down out of there is how that's supposed to work. So we'll see if it works as easy as what we think. We grease them, so we'll soon know if it works like it's supposed to.
How big a hammer you want?
Big one. That bash or something like that.
That's a short one. Do you want that one?
Sure, it'll be right.
Moving.
Thank the Lord for
All right,
that.
let me get a pry bar. Hang on. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you grease. And my handles. Ow, 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 that's my finger you're pinching. Ouch.
I couldn't see it. I was trying to pull it to the side. Get ready. Get ready to catch it. Now it's time for surgery. Unfortunately, it's all welded together, so we gotta cut it all apart. I've done a few of these on the Gale 1020 gears. This is the first Pioneer, but it looks pretty much the same as what I did before. There's only ever one of them that was relatively nice, and that was a late model 1020 Gale that had bolts in it, had bushings welded through the bogie, and you just took the bolt out and drove the spindle out. Now, why couldn't they do something like that? Probably because it costs more money, but it sure make this a lot easier. But whining and complaining don't get the work done. Just got to get at it.
Hey, help me turn it back on.
You want it on? Yeah, we might get more done with it on. Need electricity. That sounds better. Except I didn't have a plasma cutter. This was a lot neater than the way I did it. I just had the old blue wrench. Made kind of a mess.
Well, we got it all cut apart. The royal pain in the hind end. And this camera decided to give me issues, so you can get to see most of it. Cameras. Some days you just want to throw them against the wall. Today is one of them days. Anywho's, got it cut apart. It was welded on the outside, then the inside, and then the outside. So I had to cut that all off of there because that's what it looks like. So there's a weld right here. And then there's a weld on the backside inside here where the tube is. And on the very back side out here, there's another weld. I got everything cleaned up pretty well with a grinder. Got a couple places I'll have to touch up. The plasma cutter tends to get a little hungry sometimes. What can I say? I'm not a CNC machine. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But it came apart. I'm not gonna say it was fun, but it came apart. So I guess kind of dead in the water until we can get parts, because it's Labor Day and you can't get parts on Labor Day. So, but you can see where it happened. It's broke right there, pretty much. I think would that be right on the outside of the inside bearing?
Yep.
So right about there where it just, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Some of it looked a little suspicious that it might have had some rust on it, like it's been cracked for a while, but yeah, I've hit everything with a grinder now, so now you ain't gonna be able to tell. But gonna need a seal. It left the chat, obviously, when the wheel rolled off. And this one tire has a gouge in it. I actually don't know where my tires went. Oh. This one tire has a gouge in it. I think it's an old one, but I really don't remember. I think that's the rear one, because that one's scrubbed. This one. No, that's... You know, I was right. This is the rear one. There's a gouge right there, and I really don't remember if that's old or not. I think it is, but regardless, I guess when we're said and done, we'll check pressures and monitor it. But I think everything is at least in a fashion where, unless somebody does something really dumb like get underneath there and kick that, I don't think it's going to fall on anybody. So I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
4.
It's 4 o'clock. Sure hate to call a day at 4, but where am I going to get parts? Holidays. Don't you love them? Well, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get a spindle until Thursday. Today is Tuesday. And we are not going to sit idle in the meantime. So, I guess, luckily for us, we still have retained one of our old Gale 970 wagons. So that's what I'm about to go do. I'm going to head across the road with the 6 here. Going to grab the gravity box that's in front of it and move it out of the way. Grab the 970 out of the back. And then put the wagon back in the back, the gravity wagon back in the back. And then we're gonna bring it over here and grease and service and prep it. Well, I guess I don't need to grease it because we greased it when we put it away, but you get what I'm saying here. We're gonna get prepped for active duty. Alrighty, well, I guess we're gonna get fired back up. Didn't get done moving stuff until about 11:40 this morning, so went ahead, went home for lunch, and now it's just after lunch here. Dad apparently went out and chopped a load when he got done eating, so he got a little bit of a jump start on me, I guess. But gonna get this 806 fired up and let it be pumping oil, getting warmed up while we're running after the first one. Like I've mentioned plenty of times before, I do not like taking a machine that's at dead cold and taking her clear out to PTO RPM. I've never liked doing that. You typically want to let your machines warm up and let them get up halfway to operating temp before you go ahead and, you know, start beating on them. So we'll let that thing warm up. We're gonna go grab the first load.
Day 2 of chopping. It's going a little bit better now. We couldn't get parts for the wagon, so that spindle won't be here till Thursday, and we didn't want to sit here on our hands, so we got out the old Gale wagon. It's nobody's favorite, but it is what it is, so we can get something done. So I'm kind of enjoying this tint job here. It's kind of nice. Cuts down a lot of the UV and a fair amount of the heat. So I'm gonna call it the cornfield mafia job. So we're gonna get at her here.
I guess it's technically day 3 of chopping. Even though the first day we didn't get much done because we broke a wagon. But we're getting fired up here this morning. Everybody's fed for the day. So we are gonna head on off and try and knock out some more in this silo here. There's a very high probability that we were going to be done with this silo today. I guess I didn't realize there was as much in that silo as there actually was. So I think we're just a matter of a few loads from being done. We're all wrapped up. I guess we'll just clean up, pack up, settle up, and head down to the other farm. And like I said, I don't know if we'll get started on the west farm silo this week or There goes spindle number 2 for the season. I don't know what's different. I am doing the exact same shit I do every year with these machines. I'm not turning too fast, I'm not turning too hard, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the corn this year is a lot heavier or what, but got another one busted, and naturally it's my fault too. So I'm gonna deal with this in a minute, but in the meantime, I got shit busted in the middle of the road. Well, getting set up here. Dad's up there leveling up, setting up the unloader, trying to get the throw out the door now. And we'll be done with this silo, thankfully. 2 busted wagons later and a whole bunch of aggravation.
We have something you don't see every day. We have a bald eagle down here. I shot a groundhog the other night, and the buzzards have been working on it. And now he's down here, and I think that he wants the hamburger. They eat the guts.